what if, like, just bear with me, what if we abolished the whitelist on Third Echelon? What if I just deleted that file, never said hello to it again, and it's gone? And then I changed the default game mode to spectator mode, and I let you guys join so that you could sort of get to know us, talk with us, learn more about us on a more personal level, and spend some time, letting us get to know you a little bit more, and sort of we can bond in that sort of way. And this is obviously not something that would be permanent. This would be a temporary sort of trial thing, so we could figure out if this is possible, if this is doable, who actually cares, how many fans we actually have. Wow, Squid. Hello there. We could find out who's interested, and maybe potentially, and I don't want this to be the reason people jump on and try to get to know us, but it might be a way for us to get to know people who might someday become future members. Because I know that it's difficult for, not everybody has a YouTube channel, and I've said many times that a YouTube channel is the easiest way for us to get to know potential new members, because we can watch, 10 or 20 videos by them and sort of get to know what they're all about. And I've sort of realized lately that I'm a little bit ignorant to how people play Minecraft, because when I first started playing Minecraft, I started playing, and then about 2 days after I started a single player world, I turned that single player world into a server, and I played with my wife for a while. And then I eventually invited a bunch of people that I knew from high school that I wanted to reconnect with, that I didn't get to see that often, and I wanted to start playing with them. And I ended up, that's how Third Echelon got started, and that's sort of where the beginning of how all this began came from. And I don't know, I've been thinking about it a lot lately, about how I don't go on PvP servers. In fact, PvP is that's a part of Minecraft that I don't like it. I don't like battling other players and stuff, because, Minecraft is a place I go to that provides some peaceful tranquility. If I light up my base and stuff, I can have a little bit of challenge with mobs here and there, in terms of designing the gold farm and stuff, which by the end of it, I always end up hating myself for even starting a task like that, because of how many times I die and how many items I lose. But I don't enjoy PvP, and obviously the reason for that is because I work in visual effects, and you guys got to understand that on a movie set, any minute, in 1 minute, they're spending over $1,000 for catering and people that they have to pay. If something's not ready, everybody is so stressed out all the time, because they're basically wasting money 100% of the time around the clock. And money, obviously, you don't want to run out of it by the time the movie's done. So from the very beginning, everybody's very, very stressed out. Everybody's yelling and screaming, and I don't need that. And I don't need more of that in my life with PvP. I don't enjoy it. But I understand. I've grown to learn that that's not the case for everybody. I play Minecraft because I like to be creative. I like to build things. Not everybody does that. Now, I'm not saying that Third Echelon should become a company, a community that does that, but I am saying that the people on Third Echelon embrace what Third Echelon is. And there have been a couple times where somebody might be granted some access to the server, and they sort of realize right away that it's not what they expected, and they end up leaving, and that's fine, and that's happened more than once, and it's sad to see people go, but obviously the people we want to be spending time with are the people who sort of get what we're all about, and it seems to me like not everybody who applies understands what Third Echelon is. They just sort of look at it, and granted, I'm doing a terrible job explaining what Third Echelon is by just saying it's a place where we build stuff, but the community is sort of like, you just sort of know when you watch somebody's YouTube channel if they are like-minded, if you can tell that they're enjoying Minecraft for all the same aspects that you are. Or at least they enjoy the same aspects. They might not have exclusively the same thing. I mean, I enjoy Minecraft for very different reasons than Macho Dagger and Big Bad Loser. I'm a lot closer in terms of like the things that I use, that I like, the way that I play Minecraft and the way I enjoy it. I'm a lot closer to the way that Example plays it. Like he and I have a very similar set of God, what's the word? The stuff that we sort of cherish about the game is kind of similar. You know, we're very technically oriented. You know, we love problem solving with redstone and all that, and building is a big aspect. You know, it's really hard to explain, but I definitely we hold certain things close, and obviously Matro Dagger and Big Bad Loser are an important part of the community. They have a different aspect where they value, that's the word, the stuff that we value. They value other things differently, you know. And again, they're definitely an important aspect. They're just not the same as the way that the server might have initially started with, where basically everybody had the same idea as me. And I've watched the server evolve for the better with the addition of certain new players, and it's been a really fun experience to watch as the server grows and we get new members who bring new dynamic things. But at the same time, we have to be careful who we add, and that's obviously why we make it so difficult to join. Because something that happens an awful lot is that I'm asked, like people ask to join, and I can tell just in the way that they word things and how little care they take to craft their application, that they find, you know, a video with a whitelisted server, and they think to themselves, oh man, those are so rare. It's so hard to find an actual survival whitelisted server. It's so hard to get onto one of those if you don't run it yourself. I want to join this, you know. And really, they don't care about Third Echelon. They don't care about the rest of the community. They just care about being on a whitelisted server, you know. And obviously, we have to consider that when we're picking who gets added and who doesn't. It's tough. I mean, we've had a lot of times where we just couldn't decide, and we ended up not adding anybody because you can't. It's impossible to be fair, you know. We've had other times where we've added a large group of people at once, and some people stay, some people go, and it's just the way that things are. But anyway, to get back to the main point of this whole conversation, I just wanted to sort of talk to you guys about the idea of what if you could join Third Echelon in spectator mode. Would that add something to your experience? Would you guys enjoy, as fans, would that be something that brings enjoyment to you guys, even if you're really just talking to us when we're not recording? Because obviously once we are recording, we're probably going to be reinstating the whitelist. I'll sort of explain to other people how they can probably do that, since I host the server at the moment through Dropbox. And I figure I could help people figure out a way to do that. I don't know. We'll have to figure this out. I don't know exactly how we're gonna handle this, but obviously when oh my goodness, when we are recording, and it probably wouldn't be a huge deal, but if we were on Minecraft or something, and this sort of, oh my god, I just got kicked. If we were on Mindcrack or something, and this happened, there would be no way you could record. Because there would be thousands of people on, you know, and in the server probably couldn't handle it because chunks get loaded in spectator mode, which means that you guys would probably be generating an enormous map if there were thousands of you guys just exploring all over the place, looking everywhere, and it would be hell on the computer, especially because of how much lag gets generated when new chunks start forming. And obviously we wouldn't be able to record at all. Not to mention that chat would be blowing up with people. And obviously with the amount of fans that we currently have, that's not such a big deal. But in the future, it would probably become undoable, which is actually why I want to do this now. With spectator mode finally getting added to the game, I was just thinking, like, this is how I've always sort of wanted to utilize it. I want it to be basically like I'm streaming on Twitch. Maybe I would be on Twitch streaming while people are in spectator mode. They could talk to me directly, and if somebody's got an idea and they're explaining it to me over Twitch, perhaps I'd even switch them out of spectator mode and let them do their thing and help me out on the bulletin board or something, which probably isn't going to happen since I'm hoping to be finished with the bulletin board by the time you guys see this. But I don't know. Maybe we could connect with our fans a little bit in a different way that way, you know? And that might just be an interesting way to sort of handle our relationship with our fans. So if you want to know about this, I'm not going to be putting out a video that says join now or anything like that. I'm just going to be, I'll probably post it over Twitter. So if you guys are not already following me on Twitter, you probably should. And that way you guys will be able to figure it out. Hey, Paul. That way you guys are going to be able to sort of be aware of when it's coming up. And yeah, we'll just, I'll just keep you posted that way. So anyway, I'm going to kind of keep working and finish this up. And I will see you guys later on in this video, obviously, when I'm a little bit farther. Probably when I've used up all the dirt. I don't know if I'm probably not going to be able to make it through this final column here. I might not even be able to make it all the way there, come to think of it. No, I'll probably make it all the way there, but I'll probably just be entering that one. Anyway, so I'll see you guys a little bit later. All right. All right, guys, so I did some math. I just want to mention real quick that this map has not been updated right here, this bottom right corner, but this is actually complete. And I looked at these open spots, and I counted them up, and I did some math. And my math suggests that we need about 3,360 dirt blocks left in order to complete this, which equates to just under a double chest, a full double chest of dirt, which is very exciting, but that seems impossible. So I don't know. I don't know if that's true. Maybe I messed up the math somewhere. Anyway, so that's good, and I've been working, you know, like a dog on this. This is every free moment I get to play Minecraft is spent working on this, and I think it's going pretty nicely. We're really, really, really getting close to the point where I could just tell people, hey guys, come on here and just fill it up with any extra glass you have. Every time Paul and Joe come on, they have to deal with some serious lag. Anyway, so I want to show you guys where I go from here. And I also want to say that you guys know that I have two channels. I've got this channel and I've got the Anime Collector channel. And I spend 100% of my hours awake working on those two channels. And it is a lot of work. But I noticed on the Anime Collector channel, which by the way is subscribed to the Seiferus channel, so I looked and I noticed that my most recent video did not show up in my subscription feed. So if you guys have not seen the episode of my Third Echelon series where we built the path from the Mushroom Island to the bulletin board, then you missed out, because it's up and it's great. One of my better episodes for sure. And then in that episode I asked people to suggest what we could call the bulletin board, because I found that typing in bulletin board takes too much effort. When you're trying to tell somebody, they're like, hey, what are you up to? I'll be like, I'm working on the bulletin board. And I asked people to suggest what we could call it, and I didn't get any suggestions, but I actually came up with one where we could call it 10, which would stand for Third Echelon News. Which is what the bulletin board is essentially for. So now we've got a much quicker way to reference it and stuff. So now that I'm done with these two rows right here down the whole board, so we can cross off 12 and 11, we can move on to 10, which is just one. It's all dirt. It's all dirt all the way down there. Or we could move on to 3. Actually, is the correct one. I've already started it on this one. We could move on to 3, which would be this pattern, which is a pretty easy pattern to remember, except that actually I'd have to do this on all of them, I guess, where I go through and fill in the dirt all the way across from here to here, like, because we just did this part, so I looked through it and realized I could do straight up dirt because all the glass stuff is taken care of on this one already. So we could do that, and then we could use that to mark in where this is, and that would probably actually be the best way. It's just that it gets really hard to come up for air when there's more and more and more of these beams here. So that's probably what I'm going to do, though, just because it'll be easier. Anyway, I don't have enough dirt left, really, to get very far, so I'm probably not going to work too much on this right now. But I just wanted to pop in and show you guys sort of my thought process on how things go. And I will jump back in as soon as I have some time. Maybe next time I'm rendering something for the other channel. I've got to get recording, though, because it turns out that we've got a mold issue in my house, and we're going to have to vacate the premises for a while, which means that I'm going to need to get done with my videos in advance for that channel, and that means that it's going to be a lot of work. So I'll catch you guys in just a bit once I have a little bit more time to work on this. Alright guys, so I just deleted all the entities in the nether in order to test to see if the iron farm is going to work. So obviously guys are spawning now, but my feather falling thief and examples ghasts are going to be gone. And if this works, or regardless of whether or not this works, I will be putting them back. But let's see if this works. So I'm going to go ahead down this way. Now I do want to mention that, oh yeah, and there are still some problems from the last time I tried to fix this by deleting chunks and whatnot. But I looked at my math and I was very, very wrong. I don't need 3,360 more dirt blocks. I need 33,600 more dirt blocks. So I don't need just under one double chest. I need about 10 double chests of dirt still to finish this. We added Roy Hess to the server, and I did a recording with him while I was touring around the server. And I was pretty busy at the time. Like, I mean, he was available at a time when I was normally going to bed. So I was sort of rushing through the tour, and the last tour I did for the server took 6 hours. It looks like we're actually doing pretty good. I think we might actually make it to the iron farm without crashing it. Anyway, but I recorded with him, and he ended up masterfully editing his video, taking down a lot of oh wow, it looks as though this is all fixed up. Let me run over here and just see. Oh, this is so nice. Yeah, this is where I think the chunk was. Oh, actually, no, I'm pretty sure this is it. Great. So it looks like it's been all fixed up. Anyway, so he masterfully edited down the recording from like 45 minutes. Oh no, he edited down like an hour and a half to just down to about 45 minutes. So so I'm going to try and now show you guys some of the stuff that he edited out, just in case you've already seen his video. And of course there will be links to his channel and stuff in the description. So looks like the iron farm is now back in business. So I will go ahead and use MC Edit to look at that. It's still operating even. I will go ahead and use MC Edit in order to put back the few named mobs, and if anybody notices that a mob that they had, like maybe a horse or something, is missing, just let me know and I will take care of it. Anyway, so here's some footage of me sort of going around the server with Roy. It's going to be kind of harshly edited, but I thought you guys might be interested in seeing the stuff that he might have taken out. Here we go.
I'm proud to be a part of the community now.
Yeah, for sure.
You're recording right now?
Yeah, just for posterity's sake. I'll probably edit some stuff into my next video or whatever.
Okay, I will do the same, of course. So yeah, I'm right now in the spawn town, or spawn village, if you call it that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's this German sign here.
Oh yeah, it's not. It probably doesn't even have correct German on it. It's actually a very long story. Like basically right now. Man, how do I even get over there?
Teleport, maybe?
I don't know. I'm at the Mushroom Island right now, but I'll be heading through the nether.
Far away.
It's actually pretty close considering. I mean, because this is pre 1.7 terrain.
Oh yeah.
So because now Mushroom Islands are really, really rare. Hold on, I'm gonna log real quick so he can sleep.
Yeah.
But basically, back in the day, like the spawn village that you spawn at is actually the old spawn village now. We're starting a new one pretty soon.
For the 1.8 terrain, of course.
Yeah, basically what happened was back in the day when the server was just me and a couple people I knew in real life. Everybody's on right now. Literally all of our German members are on right now.
Awesome, great. I don't feel so alone right now. That's good.
Yeah, we have a actually I guess I could say that all of our German members are on because Eric is from Luxembourg, so he's technically not. He speaks German, but
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he's the one. That town that you're at is actually. I built that based on screenshots that Eric had posted once upon a time, and I actually posted on Reddit. I asked if anybody knew who the builders were, and he responded and sent me a ton of screenshots of that place. So I was reconstructing it and modifying it a little bit to use some of the newer blocks that we had because he built
the hoppers in the well.
Yeah.
What are they doing here?
Originally what it was going to do is it was going to be like I put those in there right when hoppers were added. It was going to be like you could throw like something into the well and it would launch out a firework or something. We were just playing around with some ideas. But yeah, being that he is from Luxembourg, I put that. Oh dear, I ran out of food already. I put that sign there to commemorate his build, and then eventually he actually joined the server. So.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's been a really crazy experience, and at the moment, just a heads up for your tour, a lot of stuff on the server is currently under construction, because I don't know, we've gone through some weird changes, and with 1.7 and the terrain change and everything, I spent so much time trying to stitch 1.7 terrain into the 1.6.
I know what you're talking about. You saw it on my world tour too. Yeah, I was so upset because of those borders.
Well, I recently found a potential fix, something that'll at least put us towards the right direction. It's a plugin or a tool for it's a tool for MC Edit called Decliff. And I guess what it does is it looks at chunk borders, and I don't know if you use it as like a brush or something. By the way, I'm at the spawn village right now.
I'm planting potatoes here in the village.
Oh, cool. So I'll be standing on the bed over by here. But basically what it does is it looks at chunk borders, and it takes the terrain. If there's a really severe height difference, it'll lower the terrain on the one that's really high, and it'll raise the terrain on the one that's really low.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, so you can use it to sort of manipulate things. So I'm not 100% sure when I'm going to do this, but probably before we update to a dedicated host, I'll probably go through and just take some of the important ones, like the ones that I know people are looking directly at. And I'll just try to clean them up a little bit. And then hopefully once we update and get running on a dedicated server, we're gonna have a much smoother experience. Because like the connection, everybody seems like from certain parts of the world, people will log on and complain about lag right away, and I'll be like, I'm not experiencing any. It's like
because
it feels
of the same network then.
Of course, yeah. So Kashi being in Israel, he actually plays with his iPhone using the whoa. Oh, I have jump boost here. I landed on that lily pad, and it was like I was. It felt as though I landed on a slime block.
Nice.
But Kashi actually plays with his iPhone tethering, so his internet comes from his 3G.
I do that the same. When I'm in Berlin do my work, I use my tablet here to connect to the internet.
Yeah.
If there's no Wi-Fi. So yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So you were asking about the circle stone. So in here, before they finally added it, which again I knew they were going to do, I put a button here, and the idea was that you would craft stone, like a stack of stone brick, and you would toss it in fire. Then you'd click this button, which actually doesn't seem like it's connected anymore because I didn't get. Or you know what? It probably the command blocks now require you to actually use the name instead of the number. So these don't really work anymore. But these were ways where if you wanted to drop like 64 sandstone in fire, you could press this button and it would give you this special type that you can't get. Same thing.
It's a little bit cheaty.
Yeah, just because I wanted people to have the ability to build as creatively as possible. And this was just our way of like if you had some ice, you could throw it in fire and get this water. But again, none of these work anymore because the command blocks are using an old syntax. But that was just kind of the idea. And I don't think these got a lot of use. Originally, or eventually, we were planning on setting up so you'd actually throw items into a hopper and it would go through and count out your stuff and then give it to you. But I never ended up setting that up. So
you need the scoreboard for that. Maybe an invisible one.
Exactly. And then that's just sort of to answer your question about the chiseled stone. Where did he fall? Where do you go? I just saw Joe. Oh, there he is. Okay. Let's go over here to my base, and I'll sort of explain. What side of the road do you guys drive on in Germany?
The right side.
Oh, cool. So
So
this is going to be this is going to be good for you then, because we sort of established that the right side is going to be sort of the normal on the server, just so it doesn't confuse people, which of course makes it difficult for people who are from Europe and New Zealand and whatnot. But
yeah.
but this is my rail system that I created, which basically there's like these little stations there. So when you pull into the station, you just press the button on the left to keep going. And if there's a button on the right, it allows you to change direction and go. Oh my God, I'm running out of food. Anybody got
potatoes?
Still? Yeah, just give me. Just give me something so I can get there.
Behind you.
Awesome.
Is that enough?
Yeah. We're almost to my area, so I figure I can
I
just
see
get
the
through
end,
there.
I guess.
Yeah, this is the branch off that would take you to Pecos, but that's really, really close to the end. So,
Yeah.
all right. So here, if you were to press this button, if you look at this track right here, I don't even know if I have this set up right now, but yeah, see it changes. So this would take you this way, but I'm actually in the process of establishing a way to I pioneered this new system using command blocks with teams that can actually completely automate the redstone behind fully automatic track selection. So basically what it does is you click on a button and that'll set a certain number to your team, which will tell it'll tell the next, like if you were to run over the where are they? There's one over here. What are those called? Not the activator rails, the detector rails. If you were to run over the detector rail, it'll issue a command block which will check your number.
Test for command, I guess.
Yeah,
or something.
it'll test for what your system is. Wow, I just saw a pack spawn of zombie
What's this guy
pigmen.
doing over here, man?
Every time I come through the portal, but at one time,
Someone's over here.
every time I used to come through this portal, creepers would be on the other side. So and
and
actually, the cats were actually from the overworld, but because the creepers were there so many times, I eventually pushed the cat into it at one point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the fully automated track
creepers.
selection will be there in the future. Oh yeah, so Joe, this is me answering your question about. I just got 16 chickens. Yeah, so in the new snapshot, they not as much as I thought I had. In the new snapshot, the chickens suffocate in the cauldron.
That's very unfortunate.
What?
Yeah, so
Even though it's a transparent block, man.
Yeah, I don't know why, and I did some tests because the way that we usually launch the chickens into the cauldron is through a dispenser with eggs in it, and shooting those down would actually kill them, possibly because they were touching part of the lava. I don't know, but they all just died. So this farm system is going to need to get slightly altered, and one way to do it, yeah.
Mine is still working, like at my base.
Okay, but you said that there's a bunch of raw chicken on the ground.
Right.
I do remember that one here, the fish farm.
Yeah.
Automated fish farm. I like that.
The raw chicken that you found on the ground is actually from the ones that were providing the source eggs. Those guys just died. That's why you have a bunch of raw chicken on the ground. In fact, if I just break through this, you'll see that all of the chickens I had in right here are now gone. Oh god!
Yeah.
Oh god! Move! Run away!
What did you do? Come on, let me finish. Let's be fishing.
Oh no!
I don't have anything that won't burn.
I'm out of here.
Oh, it's
I'm out of here.
getting worse.
Okay, hold on. I got it.
I think I made it worse.
I got it. It's
pour some lava over it.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, what a great start to our. What a great start to. I'm gonna pop these chickens in this.
Lava shenanigans. Wait, there's some more lava going on. Right.
I'm just gonna pop these in here, and I guess I'll use up some of that acacia wood. Okay,
Oh,
so.
nice set of fishing rods.
Oh yeah, and the great thing about the automatic fishing farm is that it continually provides you with more and more fishing rods over time.
This book is ridiculous here. Bait of Arthropods Efficiency Protection Circuit.
I know.
This is crazy.
Let's see. Oh, I forgot to put these in here. That's pretty cool, actually. Nice lighting setup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Let's see. Joe's here.
Right behind you.
Behind me?
All right. Almost in front of it now.
There you go. I see it. All right, so yeah, this is what I've been working on non-stop because I don't want to stop this project until it's done.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the bulletin board, and on the map, like this thing right here that looks like a little bell, this actually looks like the screw on the bulletin board corner. So I'm trying to make it look really, really nice when you're here.
These chickens.
Oh yeah, I was testing out to fix the chicken cube. And I found out that if you take out the cauldron over here, it continues to work, but you got to restock it, and you have to you have to put these blocks here to keep them from getting out.
I mean, it should last for quite some time. I mean, 3x3.
Yeah.
Times 64.
All right, so let's see. Yeah, so you can basically understand. This is what example was talking about. This stone right here. He said where the glass should be. There was a bunch of stone. I used lava to turn the water because I'm finding it very difficult. Man, my hand is completely asleep. I'm finding
Just shake it a little.
I am. It's the hand. It's the hand I use to press the arrow keys or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm finding that I need to get rid of the water that's down here. So a lot of effort's been put into I've been shearing a bunch of leaves and using that to get rid of the water. And I was testing out how viable it would be to use lava, and it's not viable at all.
Not at all.
No, it takes so long. If I was doing it, no, it's too long. That's the bottom line. It just takes way too long.
No way doing it like that. No way.
Anyway, so this is the bulletin board. Eventually, this is going to have you're going to be able to come here and make different signs and stuff to advertise that you've got
some shout outs maybe on something like that.
Yeah, and then over here is just a pumpkin farm. And one time I was over here, and all of a sudden I started getting shot at, and I thought somebody was on the server attacking me, and it took me a long time to realize. But a skeleton, he was standing on top of this underneath. I guess no glowstone, they would still burn underneath. Basically, he got on here right as one of the pumpkins thing.
He was hiding from
and
the
he
sun.
was hiding, and he had the pumpkin on his head, and he was shooting me from over here because he was just standing there completely unable to die.
Lol. Never happened to me. That must look funny.
It was very strange to say the
Ridiculous.
least. Yeah, I didn't realize what people were talking about. Example kept talking about this bow. Oh, geez, Joe, you scared the crap out of me. How were you moving so fast? I just had a little mini heart attack. I just jumped up here, and all of a sudden, Sonic the Hedgehog ran by. And sort of the whole point of doing YouTube was that eventually I wanted to be making enough monthly off of YouTube that it would pay for the dedicated server.
The time will come.
Yeah, just so that it would just sort of automatically take care of itself and I didn't have to worry about it. But I've sort of realized that that's probably not ever going to happen the way things are going. And in order for me to even see potentially earning the type of money that would end up making that possible, I need to make this place a place where people are actually playing and the server is actually a community that people are enjoying. And in order for me to do that, people have to be able to play without the lag. So I'm realizing obviously that it's a much more viable option for me to put forth a little bit of money to invest in those months where it's not paying for itself, and then eventually it will just develop into something where potentially
Yeah. In the beginning, you have to invest into something.
Yeah, and that's just sort of the bottom line, is that it's an important aspect to getting to moving forward and turning the server into a place that people enjoy, because we do this first and foremost because we enjoy it, not because we're trying to live off of this, and the money that comes in means that we have more time to do this, because time is money. And the more money that we have, the less money we have to earn. It's a tricky situation because a lot of people look at people who have ads on their YouTube videos and think that all they're doing is they're just trying to earn money off of my views. And it's like, your views, you're not paying for it. It's free for you to enjoy,
Yes.
So, that's just the bottom line, is that I sort of realized that in order for Third Echelon to not die out completely, I need to be willing to put forth a little bit of money. And a Third Echelon is, and I hope always will be, a place where the members get to play for free. I don't want to turn this into a business where I'm making money off of the people who are playing on it. So so we're not 100% sure exactly where we're going, but Example and I have been talking about going to the host that the ZipCrowd server uses. And then Joe's got a buddy who runs a server hosting site. So I'm going to be talking with him in the near future and finding out exactly how viable of an option that's going to be. Just because I've never run a server anywhere from my house, so I'm not used to it, and it's just a lot to sort of figure out. Oh,
I
by
have
the
a
way,
virtual server running a Minecraft server, but that thing is so slow.
Yeah.
2 players maybe.
So I just realized we didn't even look at it, but the witch farm. Oh my gosh, we didn't even leave the Nether when we were over there at Example's base. Whoops.
Oh.
So there's a bit more to see.
1,000 blocks this way. Yeah.
So
the coordinates.
Yeah. Well, that's a very convenient place for the footage to end on the tour stuff, because I kind of need to talk about the fact that we're going dedicated pretty soon, which is something that I never really wanted to do, because I don't necessarily have as much control as I would like to have. At least I don't think so. I mean, I've only ever hosted a server this way. By the way, I mentioned that I've been farming leaves. I actually finished clearing out all the water down here. And I did this in order to get levers down here so I could power the lights and the powered rails. And then I realized that I could have just put glowstone here, because these are going to have carpets on top of them anyway, and it would have provided a good light level and all that. But I still would have needed to find a place to a way to power the powered rails. But so anyway, we're going to be going with the dedicated server pretty soon. And I mentioned that Joe had a friend who ran a server hosting thing and everything, but we looked into them and we couldn't use them because they couldn't provide all of our members with a good playing experience. They literally told us, example, talked with them, and they told him that they could not recommend that we went with them because they could say very clearly that we would not have a good connection for all the members. However, I've been testing like I was saying earlier, that we were talking about using the ZipCrowd host, and they have actually it seems like everybody has a better connection on their like they have like a server you can join to sort of test the connection, and it seems like everybody's having an easier time on that than they are on Third Echelon the way it's currently set up. Everybody with the exception of myself, but it's so minuscule, the difference, that it's like I don't think I would even be able to notice it if there weren't numbers involved to sort of tell me that the connection isn't as strong. So that's great, basically, and I think that that's what we're going to be moving forward on. And obviously, what is going on with the animation on here? That's not normal. That's so different. What the hell? I wonder if it only shows up. No, it shows up on all sides. Because I've been having some times lately where I don't see this anymore, or sometimes where my tool is not moving anymore. But anyway, the reason I wanted to go to all the trouble to bring this up is because obviously we're going to need to, if I'm going to like open up the server for there we go. What the heck? Now it's back to normal? Anyway, so the idea is that if I am going to update the server to spectator mode and get rid of the whitelist for a while, then it means that I'm going to need to do that before switching to the dedicated host. So here we're back to the black ones. And that I just need to let you guys know. So originally I was planning on finishing the bulletin board, because this is I think the longest I've ever spent in a video. I just lost my axe because I wasn't paying attention. This is the longest I've gone without without finishing. This is the most episodes I've devoted to a single project. Let me put it that way, in a row, especially, definitely in a row. And I was originally just going to try to finish this up and put out the video whenever it went up, but in order for you guys to actually be notified and have this for me to get the feedback from you guys and for this to actually become a thing where we open this up for spectator mode, I'm going to need to wrap this episode up now and just finish up the bulletin board, keep working. And if you guys are interested in just sort of knowing what my current progress is, the dirt hasn't changed a whole lot, but I'm trying to get this pattern established throughout the whole thing. So that's what I'm working on. Anyway, guys, so that's it for this episode. I just wanted to sort of touch base with you guys, and I'm really interested in hearing what your thoughts are on the whole idea of us doing a the spectator mode and stuff. So anyway, I'm wrapping it up here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I know it's been sort of an obscure episode in terms of what you're seeing, but next week not next week necessarily, but next video should be better. So anyway, I'll see you guys then. Take it easy.